started experimenting with drugs when I think I was like 13.
I lost it all within the first year.
My daughter's father was extremely abusive. The last time he went after me, he beat me so bad that he broke both my legs.
There was something inside of me as a woman where I didn't feel good enough, or I could never measure up. I'm a failure.
I feel the growth in me. I feel the change. I feel like I'm worth it, you know what I mean?
I had been searching and searching and searching for a place. I had tried everything and nothing worked for me. But when I came into this home, it felt safe.
Welcome to the Union Gospel Mission event. This changes everything. Please join me in thanking our generous sponsors for their support of women and children in our community. Our premier sponsor, OCF Joseph E. Weston Public Foundation, Western Partitions, Harper Hogg, Peterson Regelis, Rare Bird Real Estate, and The Standard. And now, please welcome your host, Natalie Marmion.
Hello everyone, and thank you for watching as we turn our attention to the most vulnerable in our community, women and children who are homeless. Each has a story, addictions they've been unable to overcome, or perhaps abusive relationships they can't escape. With few safe shelters, their very lives are in jeopardy. Union Gospel Mission's Life Change for Women and Their Children is a safe place that transforms lives, turns desperation into hope, and women and children like our little Ruby here, whose mom came to us in desperate need, are given a chance for a brighter future. Sadly, Union Gospel Mission must turn away over 400 women and children every year because there just isn't enough room. You can help right now by clicking on the donate button and help provide a safe place for these women and children to stay and provide meals. Help them experience what it feels like to belong, be loved, and have hope.
Before I got here, I was really broken. I had lost complete hope, no faith whatsoever. I didn't even believe in God anymore. I felt like I deserved to be in that dark place.
I was married to my high school sweetheart. He ultimately became my abuser. DHS was involved after the last physical fight where I was thrown downstairs in front of our daughter.
When people think of homeless, they think of, oh, they're just out there on the streets drinking, drugging, whatever. And they are doing that, but it's usually self-medication. 92% of our women have been abused, and a lot of times it was from the time they were children.
If I didn't have this place to go to, I honestly feel like the only choice I had really was I felt like I was gonna die alone and addict.
Restoration is kind of the heart of our mission. Taking people who are in bad situation and putting them in a great situation. Taking people who have deep brokenness and wounds and trauma and bringing them the healing they deserve.
I felt at home within 24 hours of being here. I knew right then that this was going to work. This was going to be the place where I was going to succeed. I was going to love myself for the first time. I was going to learn what it means to have a relationship with God. I was going to learn what it meant to be a good parent and to be a good person. And since I've been here, that has been my truth the entire time. I know that for the group of us that are here, there are hundreds, if not thousands more out there in our area that need the same exact thing that I'm receiving, the same exact gift that I'm receiving.
For my ethic, to see a woman who's vulnerable and in extreme risk staying homeless is just not an option. We have to do something.
Life Change is a safe place for women and children to grow, heal, and learn together. And we have more stories of transformation coming up. But first, please help me welcome Executive Director of Union Gospel Mission, Bill Russell.
Thanks, Natalie. And thank you for being with us. COVID changes everything, and we're all affected by it. I know I'm stressed in staying at home in a good place. Try to imagine what it would be like to be a homeless child or a homeless woman trying to get through this crisis time. I can't imagine it. And 35%, over 1/3 of all the homeless are women. And to a high extent, most of those are already traumatized women. So the need has never been greater. COVID is generating massive numbers of new homeless people. But here's the good news. Union Gospel Mission has put together Women's Life Change. We actually call it Life Change for women and their children, because they could all come and heal and be in a great place. Studies have shown that women who come to Life Change and leave do so fabulously. They end up with a marvelous life. They don't go back to homelessness. They have quality housing. They have good jobs. Their misery is really, to a great extent, over. So right today, it's tempting to think during COVID of all the things we can't do, but I want you to focus right now on what you can do. You can help a child or a woman escape horrible homelessness or an unsafe situation and come into Women's Life Change. You can see on the page the donate button, and I just want to invite you to use that donate button and make an impact. We need you to respond. And again, thank you for being with us.
I was homeless. I was addicted to alcohol and drugs. I had broken apart my entire family, my relationship. Ended up sometimes sleeping in tents, sometimes sleeping in trailers with friends. I had been searching and searching and searching for a place. I had tried everything. I had tried inpatient treatments, outpatient treatments, hospitals. I had tried programs, and nothing worked for me. But when I came into this home, it felt safe. I learned about unconditional love, that no matter, what I had done, it didn't mean I was a bad mom. It didn't mean that I was a bad person. I may have made some serious mistakes, but it doesn't mean that there wasn't a plan and a hope for a future. And I was taught that here. So I have over 4 years clean from alcohol and drugs. I hold a lot of different service positions. I mentor women. I help people that are struggling, in addiction. I am going into jails. I am going into homeless shelters. So I'm able to give back in a lot of ways. And I feel that that's important because what was so freely given to me by Union Gospel Mission, I am able to freely give that to others in different ways. The motto of Union Gospel Mission is life change. And I didn't realize that how true it was, that there would be true life change. It's complete transformation, and it's true. I'm a living example of that change. Like this can't be fake. This is real. Like my life is it's just completely different. It's walking out completely different than walking in.
Union Gospel Mission was the one who introduced me to a relationship with Christ and saved me from that addiction and homelessness. And I'm so very grateful. I can't even describe to you how amazing Union Gospel Mission is to me. The place they hold in my heart, it truly saved my life. I can honestly say that if it wasn't for Union Gospel Mission, I wouldn't be here today. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you who has it on your heart to give to the women and children at Union Gospel Mission, because without you, we would not continue to be in the place where we can graduate and succeed in life. It saved my life, and I know it does with so many other women. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and we love you, and thank you, and God bless.
Hello, this is Dan Hoff with Harper Hoff Peterson Regelis. We are a local engineering firm, and we are asking everyone to join us in helping sponsor a wonderful organization in providing a gift that can help women and children in our community in need. Union Gospel Mission is a great organization, and we look forward to seeing you join us in this great fight.
I'm a real mom, and we have a real relationship, you know, where I help her with her homework and I put her to bed every night.
I think it's insurmountable, the fact that the women can have their children with them and are responsible for their children 24 hours a day, and together the mother and child can learn to be mother and child.
My mom, she's friendly, she's nice, she cares about people. It's really nice being here. It's a safe place and I like it. The kids are fun and everything is fun here.
I started dealing, and I caught a whole bunch of felonies, and then from there it was really hard to just get out of it. What they do here is they restore people through Christ, and I think that is priceless.
Union Gospel Mission and its program literally saved my life. If it wasn't for me coming through the doors the day that I did, I probably wouldn't be here. They teach me how to be a present mom again. They came alongside me for everything that I chose to do, from getting out of my court fines to no longer going back to jail, reconnecting with my child that I had to put up for adoption. Union Gospel Mission literally was there with me for every step of the way. Even now that I'm going to school full time so that I can turn around and help people. I just want to ask that if you have the urge to give to any place, have it be here. Your dollar goes such a long way. We have women that come here. I was one of those that came here with nothing and was welcomed with not only the love of Christ, but welcome baskets and coffee cups and just the smallest things that go so far, because you come here with nothing and you're given the simplest things that go such a long way. The biggest one is love. If it wouldn't be for the donors and the supporters that Union Gospel Mission has that love us unconditionally, this place wouldn't run. So I just want to thank you guys.
Rock bottom is a place where most women hit before showing up at Union Gospel Mission. Please donate and do all you can to offer that hope to the growing number of women and children who right now may be facing their darkest day.
When I was 21, I was increasingly more and more suicidal. I had been an addict since I was 13. And so at that time, I helped steal a truck and we drove to Seattle, where I was homeless. My heroin addiction progressed. I started smoking crack, and I ended up there alone. From there, I hitchhiked by myself down to Portland, which was terrifying, getting into cars with strangers, not knowing how that would go. Once I got down to Portland, I was dope sick for a week, where I kind of wandered around in really unsafe situations and sat down outside of the mission, where they invited me in. I went in and they invited me to have a sandwich to sit down with their staff and eat. And during that time, I just let everything out. I told them all about where I had been, what I had been doing. I knew that I needed long-term treatment, that what I was doing wasn't working. And so they invited me in, and I ended up staying for a year, where I came to Christ, got counseling, got to know myself and connect with other people. And overall, I was given this hope that I could still grow up to be whoever I wanted to be. Today, I have a family. So I've been married for 6 years. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old who are just such a joy. And having a family was always a desire of my heart. And I never knew if it would happen or if I would be able to be a good wife and a good mother. And so to have that is priceless.
Union Gospel Mission's Life Change Center for Women and Their Children is a place for single women with children to break free from being homeless, escape abusive relationships and addictions. In this safe environment, they begin to address issues that led them to homelessness and suffering. When you click the donate button, you help rescue kids like Ruby, Doesn't her smile say it all? And Ruby is just one of many children whose future is changed because someone cared enough to give.
I had been on a 3-day, probably at least $1,500 cocaine run. And I was down to my last $10. And there was a guy on the street, and I just broke down. I started crying, and I said, I need help. I just can't do this anymore. And he said, I know exactly where to take you. So that day when I came to the mission was truly my darkest day of my addiction. And there were many times leading up to that day when I thought that I was going to die. After getting here to the mission and really being treated with dignity and love and acceptance, my life has been different ever since then. This is a picture of me shortly after I got here out in front of the mission. Come a long way since then, but this was a good starting point. Thank you so much for pouring into my life over the years, the contributions that you've made to help change my life and to make me into the person that I am today.
What impresses me about Union Gospel Mission is their approach that's filled with love and grace, but extremely effective. They are addressing homelessness with women and children and men in a way that is purposeful and intentional, but it is most importantly present. They are there right now amidst all this craziness. They are serving our community, and that's why my team at Rare Bird is extremely proud to be supporting Union Gospel Mission.
I never thought I would ever be homeless. Never thought I would ever be living in a tent. Never thought I would be eating out of a garbage can. But I did. I just was tired of the lifestyle. I was tired of waking up cold, hungry, not knowing when I'm gonna get a next meal, you know, and just that fear of being alone and not being wanted or accepted anymore, you know? So that's what made me realize I need to change. I felt this place was home the day I walked in the door. I felt the acceptance, the love, and the compassion they have for others. I felt like I can change my life. And now I have a room that's full of my belongings, personal belongings that are more valuable and precious to me. And I have a warm bed I can sleep in every night. And I have a shower I can shower in. And I have a place where I can sit and do my homework. And I actually have a dresser that holds my clothes, you know, instead of like a basket or a garbage bag or something. Never thought I would be sitting here fulfilling my dreams or my goals. Yeah, never thought.
I want to say thank you so much for your support. It's made me push through the rough times, and it's made me actually feel appreciative, you know, and knowing that I'm loved and cared for is really, you know, a blessing and something I've never had in life growing up.
And there is others that are out there suffering and needing the kindness and love that you guys are showing.
I can feel that this is real love. And thank you, and God bless.
Homelessness is something we see in our community every day. And while some may choose to look away, Union Gospel Mission is grateful to so many in our community who choose to go the extra mile and come right alongside and help so many women and children.
I am the owner of Portland Running Company and a partner in Run with Paula events. My wife Paula and I, about 3 years ago, got involved with the Union Gospel Mission. We were particularly interested in what we could do to help a very vulnerable community. We moved downtown and we were seeing firsthand when we would go out and run and walk this community of people. They're on our streets, they're all around our city who need help. And so we thought our unique thing that we could offer was something that had to do with what we love. We have a passion for fitness, a passion for running and walking. And with Paula's help, we became partners in the Life Change program in the Run Club. helping both the men and women of UGM. And it was a tremendous opportunity for us to take something we already knew how to do and bring it to UGM. So we'd like to invite everybody out there, any business owner, any person who has a little extra money, to make a donation to the Union Gospel Mission. That's the best way to make a difference, is just start by supporting Union Gospel Mission. Let them do their work. If you don't have a donation fund available, then make some time and maybe try to volunteer. Lots of programs. We serve breakfast. We volunteer for the Run Club. You can do a lot to make a difference. We encourage everybody to take just 2 minutes to think about how you can make a difference for the Union Gospel Mission.
We had a job that we came up here for, and that ended up ending. So we basically ended up living in a tent.
It was crowded and I had no room, and it was really hard to get in and out.
My daughter, she would tell people, oh, we're homeless. I mean, you know, it just makes my heart drop.
To be homeless, it felt like just being scared and didn't know what to do.
The first day that Kennedy and I walked in, it was open arms, plenty of smiles. Union Gospel Mission Women's Life Change has brought me to life, and it brings Kennedy alive. And we walk through this together, and we always will.
It feels really good and happy to be here now.
Blessings just kept on happening after leaving Life Change, and I believe that it was God-driven. I went for one interview, and I got the job, and I've been there for 2 years, and I love my work family, and you know, it's not perfect, but we're blessed, and you know, it is hard out there. But I have acquired tools through Union Gospel, and I work them in my everyday life still. And I couldn't say enough about the program.
Now I'm 10, soon to be 11, and school has also been kind of like hard, especially because of the virus. And I just want to say I'm grateful for everything that has happened in UGM, and that was a wonderful experience that I miss.
Yes.
Life change for women and children has been one of the greatest things I've ever been part of. So glad we've made this move. Everything we've put into it has been so worth it, which has gotten us to this place now. I've gotten to know every woman and their children, and their stories are real and the results are true. Women and children have to be our first priority. We need to move them out of danger into a healing home. We do way more than meet basic needs. Beyond food and a great place to live, women and children find love and belonging. Women become really good parents. Children learn to live without fear, and they all can develop a relationship with God. I value your part in this. You are absolutely indispensable. We cannot do this without you. With COVID, I need you more than ever. Some of you can give $20, and if that's what you can do, do it. Some of you can give $20,000, and I need you to do that as well. Do whatever you can do. Let the Spirit of God work in you and lead you. You know the problem. You felt these women's stories. Now be moved by the Spirit of God into action. And please help us out generously. Again, I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you.
On behalf of Union Gospel Mission, thank you to the women and children who shared their stories for this virtual event. This changes everything. New life for homeless women and children. I hope all of you watching, like me, were touched by their honesty and heartfelt thank yous. And thank you Thank you for continuing to support women and children and doing all you can to make sure these women and children feel loved, feel that they are part of a safe and caring community. It's because of your support that this truly does change everything.
This program was made possible thanks to the generous support of these Union Gospel Mission sponsors.